My name is Rosalind, and I'm a working mom who serves as a department head in the Planning and Development Department. I married my husband Caspian a few years ago, and we have a 4-year-old daughter named Willow. Willow is full of energy, always running around and playing the moment I take my eyes off her. Caspian and I, while often overwhelmed, have been living happy days, juggling parenting and our careers.
Welcome home, Rosalind.
I'm home. Is Willow asleep?
She played a lot at kindergarten today. So right after getting out of the bath, she fell sound asleep.
Caspian's parents both worked, so when they had a child, they decided that one of them would stay at home. When we got married, Caspian talked about doing something similar. Eventually, I became pregnant, and after discussing it, we decided that I would continue working since I enjoyed my job. Instead, Caspian became a full-time house husband and took over the household duties. Sometime later. Oh, by the way, I haven't used any of my paid leave and it's been accumulating. I was told to take it during the off-peak season this year.
Really? Oh, then why don't we take this opportunity to have a wedding ceremony? We couldn't have one when we got married because of various reasons.
A wedding ceremony. I want to see Mom in a wedding dress.
I'm happy, but are you serious?
Of course. Ahem. So, let's have a family strategy meeting from now on.
Yes, sir.
All right. I was surprised but delighted by Caspian's sudden proposal, and I couldn't help but smile. After our strategy meeting and discussing with both sets of parents, they both agreed. However,
Are you seriously doing this?
Yes. We'll pay for it ourselves, and since it's just family, we want you to attend.
Having a wedding now is just too embarrassing. And besides, even if you say you'll pay, you don't work. What are you even talking about?
well, that's...
Look, poor Rosalind, who's been working hard, seems to want to say something.
No, it's not that. About the cost, we've discussed and decided together. And right now.
So, you're saying he's just an unemployed NEET who stays at home all the time. Or maybe your mind has changed to think that someone like Caspian is normal.
Sis, enough already. Besides, there's no need to say such things to Rosalind.
Oh, I've had enough of that. Just having a poor guy like you as a brother is a huge embarrassment to me.
This person is Caspian's sister, Tiana. Ever since Caspian quit his job, Tiana has been acting aggressively like this. And on this day, we ended up leaving without getting her approval. A few days later.
Finally you answer.
Sorry for not responding sooner. Is something wrong?
You were talking about that wedding ceremony, right? If it's going to be in Okinawa, you should have said that from the beginning.
You just didn't listen to what we said.
It's your fault for not saying it clearly at first. Anyway, if it's in Okinawa, I'll go.
Really?
Listen carefully, okay? If it's in Okinawa, I won't be losing out by getting a ticket. It's just because it's Okinawa, that's all.
Thank you.
Got it. I'll send a ticket for you to our parents' house. Please ask them for more details.
The moment she learned the destination was Okinawa, Tiana's attitude changed abruptly. But well, as long as Caspian's family is coming, we thought that was good enough. Then, on the day of the wedding, as Caspian and I were in the dressing room.
Hey, what's the meaning of this? If you're having a ceremony in Okinawa, it should be at a venue with a beautiful view of the sea.
Wow, that scared me. Tiana, could you knock before entering?
I'm asking what's going on here.
Well, the sea is a bit far, but you can see it from the balcony.
That's what I'm saying. Such a place won't produce good photos.
What? Rosalind and I chose this venue because we like the view from here. Rosalind is the main character today, so of course, right? It's not your wedding, sis. We don't need to capture everything.
The inside of the venue is really beautiful too.
This is totally different from what I expected. As expected, a poor couple has no sense of style. This is pointless. Well, I'm going home then. You two can do whatever you want with your ceremony. Bye.
Tiana suddenly came into the room angrily and started saying all this. We realized there was no need to have her attend the ceremony after being spoken to like that. Caspian and I communicated this understanding through a look, and then...
There's no need for you to stay and celebrate with us after saying all that. Please feel free to leave.
Inviting sis from the start was a mistake. We'll pay for your ticket, so please just go back home quickly.
Oh, really? Speaking so boldly now. Well, whatever. Just don't regret sending me back, okay?
Both Caspian and I won't regret it, so don't worry about us. Well, someone else might regret it though.
That's the situation. The exit is over there. Also, I'll tell mom and dad about what happened with sis.
Ick. Say whatever you want. At your age, still tattling to mommy and daddy. You're really just a big kid. Anyway, enjoy your lame, cheap, poor people's wedding.
Tiana left after saying those words. Despite the incident, the ceremony ended successfully. We all had a fun and happy time, making it a good memory. However, 2 days later.
Hello, what's going on here? Mom and dad haven't come back home yet. When are they returning?
Hello? Right now, Caspian and I, along with my parents and your mother and father, are on an overseas trip. Sorry, but we're having a great time, so could you please not disturb us now?
That's why I said someone might regret it. I wrote the schedule clearly on the invitation. Where were you looking, sis?
You should have told me this from the start.
When we talked about the wedding, I told you to ask mom and dad for the details. I heard you were just looking at your phone and didn't listen to them at all.
Well, that's what you get for your own actions, Tiana.
Shut up. I'm coming there now, so get me a ticket quickly.
You ignored the ticket Caspian had already bought for you.
What? How can an unemployed NEET like Caspian afford such expensive stuff?
You always call Caspian unemployed and whatnot, but Caspian started investing a little after quitting his job and has been successful with it.
So, I could buy a ticket for you, sis, but I don't want to. To be honest, I don't want to waste a single penny on someone like you. Besides, you chose to leave on your own, so deal with it.
Hey Rosalind, as a sister-in-law, do something about it. Can't you think of doing something for your sister-in-law? You slow poke.
The moment I heard these words, I felt like I heard a snap coming from the area around Caspian Temple. And then,
Cut it out, you idiot sister. You can say whatever to me, but there's no need to say it to Rosalind. I won't forgive you if you say any more.
Oh no. What are you saying with I won't forgive you?
We've been listening to everything.
To conclude, we won't tolerate Tiana's selfishness anymore, so leave our house.
What?
That's why. Leave the house before we return from our trip in a week.
Living at home at your age without contributing to living expenses. We don't need a Tiana who still relies on her parents.
If you do that, I won't be able to live luxuriously like I have been. Seriously, Caspian and Rosalind, don't get cocky just because you have parents.
the one who's getting cocky is you, Tiana. You look down on Caspian and you're the one who's much worse.
Honestly, I didn't think she was this bad. This is the last time I'll call her sister.
Don't be so cheeky. You can buy a ticket right now with your phone, right? Hurry up and get it ready. We'll talk about leaving the house after I come back, okay?
It seems like you didn't listen to your father again. You were just told to leave before they return.
You still have a week. That should be plenty of time to pack up and leave, right?
You have 7 days. That should be more than enough.
Yes. You're only packing your things, so it should be done in a day, right?
Tiana was dismissive of her in-laws' words telling her to leave, but they were serious. Realizing this, Tiana reacted.
Wait a minute. It's perfectly normal to live in your parents' house, right? After all, I was born and raised in that house. Besides, Mom and Dad, I'm their child. So they should take care of me until I'm fully independent, right?
Don't be ridiculous. Caspian has a wonderful wife and a lovely daughter.
Even so, Rosalind is supporting him, so it's the same as me, right? I don't know about his investments or whatever, but surely he started that with Rosalind's money, right?
That's not true. Caspian had his own savings. Moreover, he's been regularly sending money home every month. I haven't supported that at all.
Huh? Caspian, who can't do anything without tattling to his parents, couldn't possibly do that. You must be joking.
Listen, Tiana. We don't mind if you don't want to get married, but you don't seem to have any ambition to succeed in your job, and you don't have any hobbies you're passionate about. Instead, you keep buying expensive branded goods. Your father and I are tired of worrying about you.
We want to spend our retirement years just the two of us.
What's that supposed to mean? You're already spending time peacefully as a family.
Tiana, you're surprisingly naive.
What? I don't want to hear that from you.
You really don't get it. Mother-in-law and father-in-law want to spend time alone, without you. In other words, you're in the way, Tiana. In the way.
Now that they're finally living on their pension, having someone like you loitering around the house must be incredible. Your father and I are tired of worrying about you.
Tiana, who had never considered herself a nuisance, was taken aback. It seemed she had been living quite recklessly until now, and her in-laws were visibly exasperated. Meanwhile, Tiana said,
Are you really telling me to leave the house? If I leave, there will be no one to take care of you in the future, right?
Don't worry about that. We've already made plans for our kids.
The thought of being taken care of by you is horrifying.
Why? Your own daughter is more reliable than strangers, right?
being cared for by someone who can't even fry an egg sounds pretty alarming. If Tiana were to take care of someone, it would only make their life more difficult.
Life would be more peaceful without her around.
Hey, I can easily take care of my parents' needs.
Someone who can't even take care of themselves can't possibly take care of others.
Tiana, can't you be a bit more responsible? You have a job after all. Why not rent a place and live independently? Think about your future properly.
I have thought about it.
No, you haven't. If you had, you would have a decent amount of savings by now.
I do have savings. Don't underestimate me.
Then even more reason why you don't need to rely on your parents.
So, this settles it. You're moving out on your own. Congratulations.
Phew, good riddance. We're tired of being leeched off.
Exactly. We don't want to see the pitiful side of a 30-year-old still asking for pocket money.
Wait, hold on a minute.
The in-laws' relief was short-lived as Tiana began to panic over the topic of saving.
Savings, right. I mean, I haven't not been saving, but I just feel like it's still the time for me to stay at home. Oh, and look, if I'm around, Mom has someone to cook for, right?
It's ridiculous to expect housework at your age. Nowadays, there are lots of cheap and convenient ready-made meals available. If you weren't here, your father and I would be fine with those.
That's right. We only cook because you're here.
You cook in willingly.
I bet you don't even contribute to the food expenses. Aren't you worried living such an unstable life?
She doesn't worry because she hasn't thought about anything.
That makes sense.
We have no intention of supporting you anymore.
Wait a second. At least the ticket. Hurry up and prepare it.
We refuse because it's a waste of money.
I told you, we don't want to spend money on you. If you really want to come, buy your own ticket and fly here.
If you have the money on hand, that is.
Well, I doubt there's any money in your bank account anyway.
I have that much money.
You don't, right? You're thinking of buying a ticket on revolving credit now, aren't you?
She definitely is thinking that. Rosalind, you're spot on.
Oh, but maybe her credit cards are maxed out and she can't buy it. Oh ho ho.
Oh no, mother-in-law, you're so wicked. Ah ha ha ha.
Indeed.
Why are you all laughing like that?
Despite Tiana's continued anger on the other end of the phone.
Anyway, we're enjoying our vacation now, so we're hanging up, and we're cutting ties with you.
We'll inform all the relatives, so don't bother trying to rely on anyone else, okay?
That's right. But think of it as a good opportunity to become independent. Living alone can be quite fun.
Yeah. The night before a day off, enjoying alone time is the best.
I get it, but right now.
We're cutting ties and blocking all your contacts. Don't contact us ever again.
We'll do the same. So long.
Wait. I'll start contributing money to the house every month from now on.
It's too late for that now.
If you were serious, you would have done it already.
You can leave any unwanted items at home. We'll dispose of them for you as a special favor.
So, we're really going to hang up now.
Wait, please wait.
We're all going out to play now. Your call is a nuisance, so go away already.
Thus, Tiana was evicted from her in-laws' house as they declared, without a place to live or money. She had squandered her salary on herself, buying branded goods, which she could no longer do, ending her boastful stories at work. Having always acted superior, she could no longer maintain her facade and chose to leave her job voluntarily. Apparently not well liked, she seemed to have lost her place at the company. Although she sold her branded items, their poor condition meant they were sold cheaply. The money from the sale ran out quickly, and she resorted to day labor when lucky. When money ran out, she repeated the cycle. Unable to save and struggling to find a place to live, she was living a miserable life.
Grandpa fought a shark in the sea.
What? A shark?
Didn't you know? It was in the morning paper the next day.
Is that why we were approached by so many foreigners at the breakfast buffet?
Guests must have seen the newspaper.
He shook so many hands, he looked like a celebrity.
I felt like a celebrity too. Ha ha ha.
No, Dad. No more going into the sea.
Aw, I won't be able to see the pretty girls then.
We returned home safely. Tiana's room had been transformed into a hobby room for my father-in-law. Seeing that, Caspian and I realized once again that the estrangement was real. Our in-laws are always smiling, but it must have been a tough decision for them. But we decided to respect their choice. Worried about my parents? No need. My brother and his wife live with them, and their son Shunta is there too, so they're quite content. We'll cherish my in-laws as much as we do my own parents. Seeing everyone's happy faces, I made a promise to myself.
If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.